Welcome back. We were looking at the books on our bookshelf here in Relto. As I said, most of these books are for the add-ons, so we won't be looking at them just yet. The only book we're interested in now is this one, and it is a book with some text about the ages that we will visit. On the cover we find Yisha's symbol as well as the symbol of the journey. We also find that the pages are numbered using the dunny numbers, so this might be a good way for you to renew yourself if you've forgotten the numbers. The first age we'll visit is Teledahn. I will read each age's text before visiting it, so now I'll read this one. The truth of a man is found in the darkness beneath the surface. Some light might reveal only what some men want to be seen. Apparently it's a quote from Regettavok Upa, Book 9, Entry 221, Item 29. Well, that's not important, but the text itself is, and basically, apparently this age is about some things that are hidden in the darkness beneath the surface. Well, we'll see what that means later. So where do we find these linking books to these ages? Because our bookshelf here is pretty much empty. The only two books it contains are for the expansion packs. Which I think isn't really good design, because I mean, if you want people to play the game in this order, which makes the most sense, and they buy the complete Chronicles version, then they wouldn't know to go and look for the linking books here with these pillars, because that is in fact where they are. Now this pillar contains the linking book Teledahn. If we touch the journey symbol, it opens up and reveals the linking book. And let's link there. Well, there we are. In Teledahn. We're inside some sort of hut. It looks like it's snowing outside. We see some various stuff around here. There's a shovel over there and some mushrooms on the wall. Some crates. There's a desk here with a map of some sort. And I think those are books, might be cases, I'm not sure. Some more storage stuff. It seems like an average workplace, but it seems like it isn't really being used anymore. We also see this hatch in the middle. But if we try to open that, it's stuck. Actually, it's locked, so we'll need to find a way to unlock it. So let's take a look at the outside of this hut. Well, although it's called the outside of the hut, we're actually still inside. So where's this snow coming from? Very strange. Can walk around the hut, see various mushrooms. And behind the hut we find our first journey cloth. Our goal in each of these ages will be to find the 7 journey cloths. And then finally find the journey door. Of course, like Yisha said, our goal should not be the destination, but the journey itself. So we should pay close attention to everything we see and find. So we can learn from our journey. Well, there appears to be an elevator here. There's a button, which I presume is used to call it, but doesn't do anything. So let's move on. More mushrooms. And here we can go to the reel outside. Well, it seems that this age is all about mushrooms, because there are a lot of them. From really big ones to some smaller ones, and presumably also small ones, like the one we saw in inside the hut. Also various creatures moving around here. Of course, when I want to point them out, I don't see any. But let's look around a little bit more. There's a bird-like creature. I think those are called buggeros. Look back at where we came from. We can see that what we thought was some kind of structure is actually a giant mushroom. You can see that the head of the mushroom has broken off and is lying behind it. And the snow inside isn't actually snow, it's spores. Oh, here's another creature. I think these are called flappers. They flap up and down. There's various machinery here. But none of it seems to be working. Can hear some kind of timing mechanism. But in the end, nothing happens. Not all of this machinery seems to be in very good state either. If we look at the machinery on this side, which we can't really see from here, we look at machinery on the left side and see that it's broken. It's all a bit dilapidated. Assume that this age has been pretty much abandoned since the fall of Dunny. But maybe we can still use some of these machines. But in order to do that, we do need to find a way to turn them on. Over here we find... looks like a mechanical flower, basically. That's not what it is, but it's what it looks like. And the path off in this direction is a dead end. It seems that a mushroom collapsed and broke it. So we can't go that way. Well, let's see if we can do anything stuff over here. There's a scope on this side. Looks a bit like the bottom of a periscope. But if we look into it, it's black. On this side we find a button with the Dunny number 3 on it. What could that mean? Well, if we push it once, nothing happens. Twice, nothing happens. 3 times the charm. That's why the number 3 was on it. So this extended a huge pole, and maybe now we can use this scope. And that is indeed correct. We can now look out at this edge. I can use these controls to look around. Now what could be the purpose of this? Well, we notice we can see the sun, which moves around really quickly. And when I point this thing at the sun, it starts making a lot of noise. So we set it up so that it keeps pointed at the sun. For some reason it also works when the sun is behind the mountains. Why that is, I don't know. now, when we walk back down here, we can see that this giant cog wheel is starting to turn, and it's meshing with these smaller wheels. But the drive shafts that they're connected to aren't moving. Well, let's see if we can do something about that. But we will do that in the next video.